And welcome back. Welcome, Raiders. Juker, thank you very much for the raid. Always a pleasure to have you and your people come by. Tell us about your stream. What were you up to and how did it treat you? Pika Crunch. Sounds Pokemon related. Arcade Park, welcome in. Sweet Potato Sophie, welcome in. Did what? Welcome in. Teddy Ross, welcome in. Thank you for coming along, my friends. Welcome to Bubsy 3D. Welcome to the game. I'm enjoying this game a lot more than I think I'm supposed to. And Villerike, welcome in. It has been a long time. Good to see you. Things are well on my end. Just plugging away, playing a lot of highly dubious games. Things have been good. My friends, if you're somehow not already following our friend the Juker, you need to use the shout-out link to treat yourselves to a wonderful, fun, chill stream. Lots of retro stuff, lots of homebrew and hack type stuff, lots of jank stuff, lots of like community nights. There we go. Did some Phoenix Wright, Justice for All, and Pokemon Yellow. I've been tempted. I've been tempted to play Pokemon Yellow. I hope that's treating you well. I played. I'm kind of a Gen 1 guy. I played Pokemon Blue way back when it was when that was the thing, and it was a magical experience. And I kind of dabbled with a couple other generations, but they never hooked me the way Pokemon Blue did. So I'm really a Gen 1 guy. Pokemon Blue, the original Pokemon Snap, like I really like those. So I've always thought, because I never played Yellow, I thought it'd be fun to play that one because it's basically Pokemon Blue, but not quite. So I thought that could be a good way to sort of be nostalgic, but also get something a little new. But I haven't been able to bring myself to do it. Pikachu sounds are very loud, by the way. Oh no. Very crunchy sound effects for the Game Boy. I see. Well, it can't be worse. It can't be worse than listening to Bubsy's dialogue, though, can it? Phoenix Wright is awesome, Pookie says. Not great at reading, so I have difficulty sticking with those games. My sister really likes the Phoenix Wright games. They're way too story and dialogue heavy for me to make it through one. But I kind of like the idea of the puzzle aspect of them. But I don't think I could make it through one myself. But I know that I know they're good. Yellow is Pokemon Red/Blue with themes from the anime in it. I have a ROM hack that allows you to get every Pokemon in it without trading. That's probably the way to go. I probably wouldn't, but I probably wouldn't be so concerned with getting with collecting all the Pokemon. I never did that with Pokemon Blue. I never managed to fill up my Pokedex. I probably wouldn't be too bothered about not doing it in Yellow. I know that sounds crazy coming from me. So we're on level 7. We're on level 7 of Bubsy 3D, and part of the problem that we're having is we're having is that I'm having a tremendous amount of difficulty making up my mind about what to do in regard to optional collectibles in this game. I keep going back and forth. I keep going back and forth on whether or not we are going to get the collectibles that the game doesn't track. And we're currently leaning toward a full playthrough of getting them all, but But take that with a grain of salt, because I have been more mercurial about this topic than anything else in my entire life. I think what we'll do, though, is we will go... I think we're going to go back to this stage here. Stage 5. So we've 100%ed stage 1 and 2. We almost got to stage... We almost did it for stage 7, but I messed it up at the end. Stage 5, I also know how to 100%. These two I don't. So I figure since I think I know how to do this one, we should do this one next. Maybe that doesn't make sense. We've spent a lot of time on this level tonight too already. I'm a disaster. But there are, for anyone, if you're unfamiliar with this game, there are 2 types of collectibles in this game. Every stage has 2 rockets hidden on it. And I compared to Banjo-Kazooie and say the rockets are like the jigsaw pieces. Like, they're the big, important collectible that I think you have to get them all for the true ending of the game. And then there's all these little atoms. And the atoms are kind of like the music notes, except they don't have a purpose. They're just here just for fun, really. If you collect enough of them, you get a bonus stage that gives you an opportunity to earn extra lives. But the game doesn't keep any record of how many atoms you've collected once you leave a stage. So they're kind of a just for fun collectible. But I kind of want to have that fun and collect them all. And I've gone back and forth about whether or not we get them all, because I didn't know whether there was a consistent number of them on every stage. First I thought there was, then I knew there wasn't, but now I think there's supposed to be, so now I'm... According to the manual, there's 200 of these on every stage. But I know for a fact that stage 2 actually has 201. So... That's... None of this may make any sense, but that's why I'm having such a hard time making up my mind. You know... It's hard to tell whether or not they're intended to all be collected. But I like the idea of the challenge of really thoroughly completing Bubsy 3D. And, you know, it might be pointless. The game doesn't reward us or track it, but we'll do it just for the sake of doing it. We'll you know, we'll do everything the game has to offer. Let's get our money's worth out of this one. Do you get an upgrade for collecting the optional items? No. If you collect, so there's supposed to be 200 in every stage, and if you get 150 of them, then you get access to a bonus minigame, so you can earn some extra lives. So really, out of the 200 that are on every stage, you really only need 150. Getting the last 50 doesn't do anything for you. I just want to get them just for the sake of doing it, pretty much. I'm just just the satisfaction of knowing I've completed every stage is enough to motivate me. I have a feeling I'm gonna really regret this decision by the end of the playthrough. Pokemon Yellow is a good time either way. Enough changes to be worth playing. Yeah, so I actually thought, well, I was thinking about doing Pokemon Yellow, but I was actually, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna get to it, but I was thinking I wanted to play through it, and I was kind of thinking that I wanted to try and play through it with a team of all 4 starters, and then maybe a Jigglypuff and an Eevee. And I picked those because they're ones that I have plushes of. So I could have our in-game team represented by a row of plushes I could set up on the back of my couch here. Yeah, but see, the thing that I would do, Chozo, is I would actually do some work off stream to go ahead and set the team up in a separate copy of the game. And then, so that when we started our playthrough of Yellow, I would be able to transfer that team over as soon as we get access to trading. And then we would be able to play through the whole game with that team instead of having to build it up as we went along. Would be my idea. I know that you can do things like you can get like hacks of the game to like give yourself particular Pokemon really early on and stuff like that too. But I would just do it the old-fashioned low-tech kind of way. Just break out the link cable and try and make it happen. It's a silly idea. I feel like it's needlessly complicated and weird, but how much do you know about Yellow? Virtually nothing. I know basically what Chozo just said is that it's basically Red/Blue, but with stuff from the anime mixed into it. And naturally, I don't really want to know anything significant about it going into it. I'd rather just dive into it blind. When we lived in Korea, Jelly and I, one of our friends had found a store that sold Dr. Pepper, which was something that we had a lot of trouble finding it over there. Not that either of us is a huge Dr. Pepper fan, but it'd been a couple years, or it'd been a year or so since either of us had it. And it was just interesting that someone was able to find it. So we wanted to have some too, and we asked him where he got it from, and he's like, oh, it's actually really close by. And he gave us these directions. He's like, you make a turn here and a turn there, and there's this little store with this great big red awning on the front. You can't miss it. It's right there on the corner. So we went, and we tried to find the place, and we looked forever, and we couldn't find what he was talking about at all. There was no building with a red awning. there was nothing like it. There was a building with a green awning though, and so we went in there, And we found the Dr. Pepper, and we told him, we said, hey, that building with the red awning, do you mean the one with the green awning? And he said, oh yeah, that's right, I forgot to tell you, I'm colorblind. It's like, that would have been some useful information. I won't talk about it anymore. I will so watch a Pokemon stream, though. Yeah, we might do it. We might do it.
I think my fur got mussed. First come, first served.
You can't get Dr. Pepper in Australia unless you have a Costco membership or go to American specialty stores that charge like $3 US a can. I mean, I like Dr. Pepper well enough. Like I'll drink a can of it every now and then, but like it's not something I normally go out of my way for. A Pokemon stream sounds great, especially after all the jank and broken games lately. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We're already working on a couple big games, so I'm not gonna add it. I'm not gonna add it right away, but I mean, it does, you know, if there is enthusiasm for it, maybe I will, maybe I'll try and do it sooner rather than later.
Hit dices.
Got halfway through Scarlet, then dropped it. So I played Blue as a kid, and I really loved it. I spent a lot of time with it. Like I said, I never completed a Pokédex, but you know, I poured probably hundreds of hours into the game. It was pretty fantastic. And then Pokemon Gold came out, and I got Pokemon Gold, but the thing is, I technically played through Pokemon Gold, but all I did was transfer over my team from Blue and just steamroll the game. So, I didn't really play Pokemon Gold. I didn't really get the experience. I just steamrolled the game. And then that was it. I started up a playthrough of a couple others. Like, I started up Heart Gold once upon a time. I started up Platinum. But I didn't make it very far in either of them. And yeah, and that's pretty much about it. We played... I played the Pokemon Snap on the Nintendo 64, and I played a little bit of the new Pokemon Snap. Well, I played a lot of the new Pokemon Snap, probably about half of it, at least. We didn't complete our playthrough. I put it down and didn't go back to it. So... And we played Pokemon Arceus, and I feel like that was a pretty thorough playthrough. It wasn't... We didn't complete the game, but we finished it up to a point, at least. we got the ending, and we did most of the post-game stuff, but we didn't get the final ending. I didn't think I would be able to on my playthrough. We got to a point with that game where it basically said come back when you've completed the Pokédex and you're ready to be done. But I had thought that we wouldn't be able to do that. What is that? Hang on, what is that over there? Is that an atom or a life? That's an atom. Oh, I don't want to miss that. I thought we might not be able to complete the Pokédex in Pokemon Arceus. I don't know if it's Arceus or Arceus. I don't know how to say it. But I thought we might not be able to complete the Pokédex because I had a rule of not evolving our starter Pokemon. So there would be 2 Pokemon we'd never be able to have in our party if your starter is your only way to get that one. So I was pretty much set from the start on not completing the Pokédex. That game was kind of fun. I liked a lot of the idea of that game, but I think less and less of it the more time passes. It's the things that annoy me about it stand out in my memory better than the things that I liked. Doing real bad. I think Gold is probably one of my favorite games ever, Chompy says. I really like Pokemon Blue. So one of the things I like about Pokemon Blue in the first generation of Pokemon is I really like that, I really like the science and tech vibe that Pokemon Blue has. In that first generation, it really captures the spirit of the optimism about the early internet and computer technology. It's very science minded, and it seems like immediately after that, all of the Pokemon games become really heavily mystical and spiritual, and I don't dig that. I don't dig that vibe for Pokemon as much. So that sort of tone shift is really off-putting to me after the first generation too. I've mentioned that before, and I seem to be. I've mentioned that before, and I seem to be kind of on an island with that opinion.
An X-Man.
Not many people seem to feel the same way. And I mean, it's not like I mind. It's like I don't sort of mind like mystical and spiritual like type elements in like my fantasy world type stuff. It's just I fell in love with the first Pokemon game with a particular tone to it, and then when the others don't really follow the suit with that, like it's not what it's not quite the same thing that I signed up for. I think I got from Gold what younger people got from handheld Animal Crossing games. There's a coziness to how the game is in nighttime when you play it at night. Also, there's just heaps to do in that game, even the small stuff like the radio. Yeah, I would have to give it, I mean, to really assess it, I would have to give it a proper look, because, like I said, even though I played through it, I didn't really, because when I played through it, I was basically just had tunnel vision for just beating all the gyms, and I was just steamrolling it, like I said, with a team of level 100 Pokemon. So, you know, I didn't get the proper experience. I played it basically the worst way I possibly could have. But, you know, I was young and foolish. That's all I can say. I was young and foolish, and I made a bad decision. I like your idea. Bulldoze your way through the game, Craig says. Yeah, but I missed out on all this stuff because, like, because I didn't have to do any of the like side stuff or engage with any of the mechanics to make anything happen. I was just like, I missed all the game. I think there's actually no atoms over here. How are we doing on our atoms, by the way? 129. I really hope I'm gonna get them all on this attempt. I don't have to be young to be foolish and make bad decisions, Sophie says. That's true. That's true. I shouldn't blame my youth. Bad decision making is not something I grew out of.
It looks to kill.
I mean, I chose to. You can see right here. I chose to play Bubsy 3D, and not only to play through the game, but to self-impose additional pointless challenges. uh. Wow, we got from we got from 129 to 150 real quick. I don't want to get most of them in this area just yet. Because I'm still missing a couple from the outside area. I really just want to wipe out the enemies here on this platform. Great. I have to mess with them later. Wait a minute, how am I supposed to get that one? Oh, it's above a fan. Never mind. That's fine. It's A-okay. I've shared this thought a lot too, but also with Pokemon Blue going into it. I'd never played a JRPG before, and I don't even think I really knew what one was. And so, leading up to Pokemon Blue, like I didn't know what kind of game it was. Like all the I don't think I saw any like screenshots of or anything about the battling in the game. So I didn't expect it to have a battle system. I thought that it was like, you know, I just saw screenshots of like the overworld, like the walking around adventure part of the game. And so I thought it was going to be like that. I thought it was basically what I expected was a cross between A Link to the Past and Ape Escape. Was basically what I thought the game was. I thought that you were going to go around collecting like I thought every Pokemon was a unique creature, like not that each one was a species of creatures, and that there were like 151 that had escaped, and you would have to go down and you would have to go around the world recapturing them and using their different like characteristics to, like, I don't know, set traps or solve puzzles or something like that. And I kind of really wish that game existed. The game that I thought Pokemon was, I kind of wish that game was something that was real. But alas. Same here. I think I appreciate the games more now as cool variations on the JRPG formula. Yeah, it's the only Pokemon Blue I've only finished. I think I can count the JRPGs I've finished on one hand. Pokemon Blue is among them. Zelda 2 and Castlevania 2 were your first RPG experience, Greg says, but the OG Dragon Warrior was the first JRPG. Yeah, I think Pokemon Blue was first. Was the first for me of that game. I had sampled Zelda 2 at that point, but when I played it, I was too young to understand or make progress in Zelda 2. So there was nothing. I had no meaningful experience with it. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't know. I played a little bit of Mario RPG at some point, but I think I played that after Pokemon Blue. And you know, Paper Mario was way after. I like you can see I like beginner entry level JRPGs. those are the only ones I made it through. Paper Mario, Pokemon, Mystic Quest.
An X-Man.
Paper Mario is legit a great RPG. I love it. I love it. I'm not saying they're bad, but I do think most people would consider them to be pretty simplified compared to a lot of what's out there. My impression could also be wrong, but I think probably not. Mystic Quest also, like Mystic Quest, I enjoyed. I enjoy for its simplicity, but I will say that it is very much oversimplified. Mystic Quest could have had more going on and would not have suffered, but I did have fun with it. It's got a lot of charm to it. Still gotta play Paper Mario. Oh, I'm surprised you haven't played that one, Greg. Yeah, that one's really good. It's definitely, it's 100% worth your time. The time-based aspect of the battling does a lot for it. Yeah, I like the addition of like the little actions that you have to do, moving the stick or timing the buttons. It makes the battles feel a lot more engaging to me because of that. Because that's the one big thing that I really don't like about JRPGs is I don't like selecting character actions from a menu. I'd rather always be like performing the actions myself. The more passive a game makes me feel, the less, you know, I rapidly become less interested. Probably enjoy the infinite wealth combat then. You get to move around, positioning matters, despite it being turn-based. Yeah, the more I get to do inside of a battle system, the more active it is. I think the happier I'll be. Definitely. That's why I like you know, action RPGs. We played, what was it? Final Fantasy Adventure. I really liked that game. I think action RPGs are really like what I need to aim for my taste.
Look, a pogo stick.
I'm still missing quite a few. I'm still missing quite a few of these, I shouldn't be missing this many either. Something's not right. I'm getting worried. You definitely love it. Something I love about the Yakuza series, they always have an arcade full of old Sega games, and the selection is different every time. Sometimes they even include Master System games. Oh, that... Yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun. I loved when I played Donkey Kong 64. We were talking about that earlier, and I loved that you're able to find an arcade machine of the original Donkey Kong in that game. Like that's so fantastic. That was mind-blowing to me. And I know that, like, my answer, like, the question came up before, like, if you only had one video game you could play, you know, what's your desert island video game? And my answer to that was, I said I'd pick Animal Crossing, because I know you can get a bunch of NES games in that one. So that's how I would cheat that answer. The way Bubsy 3D is going, though. 3 left. Could there really be 3 over there? The rate Bubsy 3D is going, this could be my desert island game. I think I could play this, I think I might end up playing this forever without exhausting it. I guess Jump King could be my desert island game then, because I'm never gonna beat Jump King. Fair points, but for me, my first JRPGs being Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy games, I got used to the menu-based format very quickly. Yeah, and you know, I come down pretty negatively on that kind of stuff, and you know, I want to be clear that it's just my taste. It's you know, it doesn't necessarily, you know. I don't think that these things are objectively terrible or anything like that. They're just not to my preference. It makes it hard for me to experience them. Yeah, Paper Mario's on the Switch Online. I thought it was. If you get the time for it, it is a time commitment. You know, it is a somewhat longer game. Not the hugest, but it does take a while. But if you do work your way through it, I hope you have a good time with it. I think you will. I'd be pretty surprised if you didn't. It helps that since it's Sega, they have that they are arcade perfect. Some of those games have never been ported elsewhere besides these games. That's very cool. Yes, we're gonna get 200. It's gonna happen, my friends. There's perfect score. It happened again. We've actually cleared 3 stages. See, look at that. That's why I say it's pointless. Nothing happens. The game doesn't acknowledge it. There's no fanfare. It's just up to me to be excited for myself if I get all 200 of the things. That's why this is the worst Bubsy 3D playthrough, because I'm determined to meet this pointless goal. Thank you for the GG, Shadow. And we all have our own preferences. I played Mario and Luigi Paper Jam on the 3DS. I've heard it's like Paper Mario in some ways. I haven't checked that one out, but I would be interested to do. There's a Mario and Luigi game on the Game Boy Advance. I'd be interested to give that a playthrough. I think I might like that. I did play a little bit of it. Superstar Saga. I played just a little bit of it. I don't think I even made it up to the first boss, because I don't remember a whole lot. I remember a little bit about like the A button controls Mario and the B button controls Luigi. And I remember when you're in the battles, and one of the when Luigi, for example, when Luigi dies, Mario cries out his name, and it's such a desperate cry. It's the way that Mario cries out, Luigi. He's so heartbroken. I remember, like, I can't imitate it, but I could hear the sound of it in my head, and I recall it sounding very thoroughly devastated. And I always liked how it puts, like, did I complete this? It puts, like, a little, flag above their heads when their health is low, and it says danger, and then when the health is really low, it says peril. And I think that's where where the word peril entered my vocabulary. Because you may notice I tend to, when I'm in trouble in a video game, I will say I'm in peril, and I think I grabbed that word out of that game. That's where I got that habit. Alright, so there we go. So now we've done stages 1, 2, and 6. We've gotten all of the things. I don't want to do a water level again, but I think I know where the ones we missed are, because I think they're under those panels. This one and this one, I don't know where the things we missed are. So going back to them is a little bit scarier to me. So I really think we should do this one, but I don't want to put us through a water level again, but I think I have to. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for making me feel like I've accomplished something for collecting everything, Greg says. Yeah. You played the 3DS remake of Superstar Saga? You like that one? I think, yeah, I think it might be alright. It's nice it gives you a... Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. If it didn't give us the level select, it would be really rough, because, yeah, the collectible situation would become really unbearable to have to do it all first try. I'm actually gonna avoid getting any of the collectibles for a while. I'm gonna prioritize eliminating enemies and hopefully collecting oxygen. Except I don't... I'm actually gonna sort of actively avoid the collectibles until I've explored the breakable panel situation. I'm about to die because combat underwater is impossible. Ooh, I'm about to run out of air. Nice. Let's go. It's alright, I have a lot of lives. I shouldn't be so grumpy. I feel grumpy because I'm underwater. My grumpiness is like default heightened because I'm underwater. I don't much care for swimming in real life. Either. Ooh, I will go ahead and grab this one because it'll be annoying. Because it's annoying to get, and we're already over here. There we go. Now I don't have to worry about the vent. This one too. At least you don't have the iron boots in this game. Clang, 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 clang. I wonder if these things are breakable. Nope. Good thing I found that out, though. Hey, Tommy, welcome in. If it's an achievement to Frownie, it's an achievement to me. Thank you for joining us, Tommy. Always a pleasure to have you with us. Hope your night is going well. We've got a very late night Bubsy 3D.
Sting like a bee.
We're gonna go, it's like 5 a.m. for me right now. We're gonna go until at least 6 a.m. We might even go later than that. I slept a lot yesterday. Like, I took a late nap, so I'm gonna be up. My day's gonna be weird. My day's gonna be weird. I don't really have to do anything until about 7:30, though, so...
Woo, what a rush.
Oh, please. Underwater combat is so annoying. It's so annoying. Oh my goodness. Our charge attack should break that bubble. It should. This. It should not be like it is. If you had a time machine, what would you go? Where would you do? Where would you go? What would you do? I'd go back and fix Bubsy 3D is what I would do. Ignore all the other interesting or productive things I could accomplish. I would go back and fix Bubsy 3D. it's really annoying me. Like I'm
Hey, you wanna take a walk?
I'm more mad at these bubble guys right now than I have ever been. I'm feeling disrespected, mistreated. Let's get this one up. I know your pain. So I was six collectibles short when we did this level before, and I found 2 blue panels. So each blue panel has to have 3 things behind it, or we're doomed. I'm not even sure that the blue panels are actual secrets and not glitches. This is a bad situation because I need this air tank and it's being guarded by this guy. I'm gonna say, but if I try to fight him back, I'm gonna lose too much air and die. Why? Why Bubsy 3D? That truly peak design, only from Bubsy. All you need to know is are the water levels are the best levels, because you could skip everything and ignore the rest of the game if you want. They're definitely the best levels. Yeah, yeah. You know, in a sane playthrough, you're gonna have the best time. You're gonna have the best time on the water levels. If you
You fireless wonder!
don't play this game like me, my friends. Don't be like this. Save yourselves. Graphics here remind me of the underwater submarine area in Final Fantasy VII. I haven't seen much of Final Fantasy VII. We have another raid. Guri Selmo, welcome in. Thank you for the raid, my friend. Hope you are well. Welcome to Bubsy 3D. I'm, uh-oh. That didn't work? Uh-oh. That's a big problem. That's a very big problem. I was gonna say I know a friend for you that likes to suffer like you do. Hey, thank you for the raid. Tell us about your stream, my friend. What were you up to tonight? How did it treat you?
Tiny bubbles.
Thank you for the wheel. We'll do that too. Like a dragon, infinite wealth. We were that infinite wealth. We were just talking about that. I was recommended that was an example of a game that I might enjoy the combat of. I'm enjoying it, Grisoma says. Right on. Stream was good, chill. We've had a pretty good night. We've had a pretty good night over here so far too. I'm turning out to like Bubsy 3D more than I'm supposed to. I think. What do we get? Sour Patch Kids. All right, that's one of the milder things on the wheel. We've got to run out of these. We've got to run out of these somewhat soon. There's not all that many left. So the wheel has spicy and sour things on it. This is supposed to be both. It's Sour Patch Kids Fiery Edition. I don't know if you can read that. It claims to have a heat sensation. But the thing is, I don't really think they're sour or spicy. So their place on the wheel is debatable. I leave them on there because they are delicious, but they're more of a free space than a real wheel of scorching item. Let's grab. Oh, trying to grab a few of the same color. Here, I got a lot of partial ones. So these are all purple. The purple calls itself Berry Blaze. I try every time. Every time we eat these. I try to detect if there's any heat sensation that I was promised. And I just don't get it. I don't feel anything. But again, there's sweet, fruity candies. They're really tasty. But yeah, somewhat of a dud for a wheel item. But thank you for the spin, Gurisoma. Excuse me, just a moment. So the Yakuza series were 3D beat 'em ups, and then after about 7, they rebranded into Like a Dragon, and they turned them into JRPGs. I knew that very generally that the Yakuza, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth, that they're all connected, but my knowledge of the series is very, very limited secondhand knowledge. So the thing is, if those blue panels aren't breakable, then I don't know where the last 6 collectibles in this stage are, and it's probably I don't know if I want to sink a lot of time into this search again right now.
Jingle bells!
Let me just look around and see if I can spot anything else that looks like it could be breakable. here's an electricity. Wonder what they want me to use that for. Try not to collect it. Can't see what I'm doing. No. Game is so mean. I'm trying to find the other panel like that. There's another blue panel because I'm thinking like it still might be breakable and maybe that one was just a dud. I can't just because it didn't break, I can't rule out that it's not supposed to, you know? With this game. Infuriating. Infuriating. I was attacking. I shouldn't have taken damage. Maybe I should have. I don't feel good about it. Alright, I can't test very many of these panels. What did I hit? Why? What? Why? Up there. Okay, there we go.
Talk about fresh sushi.
What? I imagine the meat of the dogfish to be more like dog meat than fish meat. I don't know. I don't know if you could serve dogfish meat as sushi. I feel like you would get food poisoning or some kind of unpleasant disease, as opposed to a pleasant one. Dogfish meat has a lot of bite to it, Chozo says. Well done. The sound that it makes when I use my airjet sounds like a dog barking. I frequently hear that, and my instinct is to become concerned that one of those dogfish is nearby, and my days are numbered. Why do I time everything so badly? Oh no, this is the other blue panel? And look, there's not even... I don't think I collected any things in this area. So there's not even a thing to break that one with. Oh, maybe this one over here. We've got one opportunity. No, this is way too high up. There's no way. I don't know where the last 6 things could possibly be hidden. I thought those panels were the key. Now I have no clue. Well, we're going to start collecting, but I'm just going to try and be careful. I'm just going to try and be careful and make sure I look all around for potential breakaways before we actually grab all the things in an area. We've essentially done this level once already. No, there's no air in here. Nope, but there is an enemy. Why did they put an enemy in the secret room? What are they doing to me? Heard that one before. Hey, Arkanoid Addict. Good to see you. It's been a little while. Hope you've been doing alright. Welcome to Bubsy 3D. I'm trying to 100% the atoms in this game. It's not going very well. They're hard to find, some of them. I'm actually mostly enjoying this game, though. It's kind of frustrating and awful in some of its aspects, but I don't know. I have fun with it when I do well, which is some small percentage of the time. I was really hoping that could be it. Like, that would be a really sneaky place to hide it, right behind the exit. No luck. No luck. I'm looking for secret breakable walls. I don't know if I saw a dogfish over here or if it was just that arrow. I kind of expect the best case scenario is that I'm still probably not going to be able to clear this level on this attempt. I think the best case scenario will be that I find the breakable wall, but only after I've collected the thing I need to break it. Oh, I'm running out of oxygen.
Jingle bells.
I'm running out of oxygen again already. Alas. Imagine if I had to get all of these in one life. If the, if all the enemies and collectibles reset every time I died. I would, if that were the case, I would 100% abandon this task. Well, that was bogus. It's double bogus. Look at that. It robbed me out of my hit and paralyzed me in place till I got hit a second time. That is so horrible. Sounds like the choking out sound in Metal Gear Solid. The only Metal Gear Solid sound effect I know is the surprise noise. With the exclamation point. I love that sound effect too. As much as I'm not enthusiastic about playing through any Metal Gear games, I do love that surprise sound effect. It is just the perfect noise. This area looks kind of suspicious. I think I saw a starfish over there. I don't have enough energy or enough oxygen to mess around with combat at the moment, though. Metal Gear Solid is a great game. It's got story, though it's not like more than half of the game, like Metal Gear Solid 4. That game has cutscenes that go on for over an hour, yeah. That's just, I don't know. I'm very critical of that. If you're incapable of telling the story you wanted to tell through gameplay, and it requires you to make cutscenes that are over an hour long, you have chosen the wrong format. Alright, make a television series. I mean, make whatever you want. I just don't have to play it. But, yeah, I'm not going to. And that's the thing, Kojima should have just made movies. I don't know, from everything I hear about the Metal Gear Solid games, that's what it sounds to me like he did. If you got a story to tell and you want to tell it in a video game, like, great, but tell it in the gameplay. Don't tell it through text and movies. Tell it through a game. If you want to tell a story through a game, tell it through a game. That's all I think. wonder if this wall was breakable. No. I think I missed my shot to test this wall. Well, it's not a very flat wall. I mean, it is flat, but it's made of separate polygons, which... Can I go over this wall? Seems like an area I haven't been. This seems like an area I haven't been to that I would want to get to. Can I force my way through? I'm pressing the wrong buttons for this. It didn't work. Okay, well I remember, I don't think I've been into that area. I think that area is new. So let me see if I can... see if I can find my way around there from the other side. If I hug this wall... Oh, this area might not be new. I'm so mad. Metal Gear Solid 1, sorry I'm talking with my mouth full, has the greatest video game story ever in my opinion. Joseph says, linear storytelling, not like environmental like Dark Souls. I expect I will give Metal Gear Solid 1 like an honest attempt one day. I mean, I gave the Twin Snakes an honest attempt, or what I felt like was an honest attempt, and it went very badly. But I do expect I will try to give Metal Gear Solid 1 an attempt. But the thing is, I don't know. I fully expect all I'm gonna do is not enjoy it and have people very annoyed with me.
Jingle bells!
That's what I fear. It's just everyone's just gonna be annoyed with me when I don't get into the story and I'm annoyed when the gameplay is interrupted. That people are gonna be annoyed with me for not liking it. I think that's what's gonna happen. I wouldn't get annoyed. I would hope not, you know, I don't want people to feel that way, but I gotta be forthright with, you know, how I feel about things, and sometimes my opinions are pretty negative. I have a low tolerance for passivity in games. It's not for everyone. That's why if you do hate it, you can always just watch a movie version of it, or someone else plays the gameplay parts as perfect as possible to make it feel like one giant movie. You can essentially just watch it as a movie with the gameplay parts explained. But that's the thing. That's what I'm afraid of, is the gameplay parts are going to be the only parts I enjoy. That it's the sitting through the movie of it is what I'm going to be like. I don't know though, because that was the big problem with the Twin Snakes, is I couldn't figure out the gameplay. I played it for 3 hours and I didn't accomplish anything. In those 3 hours, I think I probably died 400 times. I could not figure out how the mechanics of the gameplay worked. So I do think yeah, I know that Twin Snakes is a remake of the first game, but I was thinking that, like, I'd give the PlayStation game a try. I mean, I could always go back, you know, just restart the Twin Snakes, but I think I would just give the PlayStation game a try, and maybe, just maybe, I'll read the manual before I play. I might break one of my rules and actually read the manual ahead of time for that one, because I already tried going in blind to the Twin Snakes and I couldn't. I failed to figure out the mechanics so much. I think if I do play the original, I think I'll read the manual. You can tell I'm thrilled at the idea. I can hear it in my own voice. But I really do think, though, that when it comes to Metal Gear stuff, I think that we're going to play the Game Boy game. I think is the thing that I'm seriously most likely to do next. Is a playthrough of the Metal Gear Solid game on the Game Boy Color. Which I know is not really, like, you know, like, I know it's, I understand it'd be like a different thing, but I think that'll be a good way to, like, if I'm gonna develop an interest in the world of the games and whatnot, that might be the best place for me to do it. VR missions is just gameplay. You may like that. Game Boy Color version of Metal Gear Solid is highly regarded as a classic Game Boy Color game. Well, I know that it's a good game. I just didn't... I can't really speak to its merits as... I mean, I guess I can't really speak to its merits, end of thought, but... having not played it firsthand, but, you know... as an entry point to, the series. Oh no, I have been in here 1,000 times too. This is not what I thought it was. Oh my goodness. I'm not finding anything new. I'm just gonna do the same stage 1,000 times and I'm never gonna have all the things. That hit was my fault. It was my fault I got hit there. Because I pressed the wrong button. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that you can use one of these to collect other ones. What are we at? 177. Frownie. Don't be impatient. See, 16 left. All I need to do is find 4 groups of 4, but... I don't know, I just needed to find 2 groups of 3 or 1 group of 6 before, and... can't find anything. These water levels. They're gonna be the end of me. I wish I had learned or discovered anything about this level. I wish I had any knowledge at all that I did not previously have, because it would surely mean more of these in my pocket. Oh, I'm actually going to collect more than I collected last time? I have. We found them all. How? I didn't find anything new. Where were the 6 I missed last time? It doesn't matter. Victory, my friends. We cleared another one. We cleared another one. The impossible has happened. We're gonna find our way out of this level. I am gonna swim around just a little bit and see if I see another one that... Just make sure there's not a... Because that's weird, is... I feel like I could probably very easily find another one that I didn't find before, and then we're gonna have more than 200, and I'm gonna lose my mind about the game again. Thank you for the GG. I'm not gonna swim around a lot, but... Or I'm not gonna look for a long time, but since we have the oxygen... Any opportunity to discover and point out a point of bogusness with this game, I'm going to take advantage of. The game is actually winning right now, because I'm actually not seeing anything. How did I miss 6 before? See, that's the thing. 6 is so many to miss. And I don't feel like I found any areas that I missed before. Clever thing for the game to do would be to take note of when I hit the 200 mark and just then automatically despawn any leftover ones to hide its shame. Alright, when we see the exit, we're going to take it. Can't stop coughing. I don't know where this is suddenly coming from. So I'm not sure which nights next week we're going to do Bubsy 3D. I'm going to try and put it on... We'll probably do it for at least 2 nights. Maybe 3, but at least 2. I think it maybe Tuesday, Thursday is what I'm going to lean toward. Excuse me. And then if there's a Sunday stream, maybe Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday. But I've got to look at what all we've started that's ongoing, and I want to try and put everything on the schedule, so that might not be room for that much of the game, but it's going to be a staple in regular rotation. I can't find the exit now. I'm not exploring. I'm looking for the exit. I just can't find it. Okay, actually, I think it's over here. I'm so confident that I'm actually going to use my air to push us in this direction. Ooh, was I foolish? I might have been foolish. No, this is good. This is the exit right here. Let's go. Alright, stage defeated. That makes 4. We've got 4 stages that we've completed now. Thank you for the trophy, Shadow. Oh, I forgot the bonus rounds exist. There is a point. There is a point to getting extra atoms. It's a small point, but I think it just said extra time for extra atoms. So if you get 150, you get access to the bonus room, but atoms beyond that give you more time in the bonus game. It doesn't matter if you're like me and you just immediately fall in the water, but I'm not satisfied with that purpose for them, but like I don't think that's good enough, but it is not nothing. So we've done 1, 2, 6, and 7 have now been completed. So let's loop back. I don't want to do the water one though. Let's go to 3. Let's see if I can get all 200 on this one. This one I don't have any ideas about what I missed though, so I feel like I searched this one pretty thoroughly looking for the rockets, so I'm a little nervous that nothing may come of this. It's an earlier stage, though. It's got to be easier, right? Like that. Can I tell myself that?
First come, first served.
This level is hard to, this level's a little bit tricky to navigate because it's got a lot of branching paths. I didn't even see that guy there. That was nice. No, I tried to jump. I miscalculated.
Look, I'm a rule convention.
I'm a what? I'm a roll convention? Is that what he said? What does that even mean? Saw something odd and glitch-like happening. A lot of the scenery popping in and out of existence. Speaking of odd and glitch-like.
Ooh, what a rush. Kaboom! Okay, can't actually get onto that area, but it doesn't look like there's anything there. I didn't even notice this platform was moving. Thunk. Surrender, aliens!
It's entirely possible that there's no secret that I missed in this stage, and that it's just because it's so sprawling and confused that I didn't figure out where to go.
But yeah, that I overlooked something. None of these really look like they have a secret area to me. I'm just checking walls randomly.
Just like Mom used to make.
Some shield. Some shield. I mean, I get that it's for projectile. It's for projectiles and not direct contact, but it should be for both.
This guy gives stupid a bad name.
I think when Bubsy says that, he's talking about me. I don't like it. Bubsy needs to watch out. He doesn't want to make an enemy out of me. If this is how I play when I'm trying not to hurt Bubsy, imagine what terror I could rain down upon him. I don't remember if this door up here is a one-way trip or not. I kind of feel like it might be a one-way trip to the exit. In which case, I'll lose all of our progress. It is. Oh no. Might not be one way, but it is a trip to the exit. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Okay, that trip to the exit is one way. Don't want to take that trip until absolutely necessary. I feel like I've been on 0 health for quite a while. Ooh, what is that area over there? Oh, I know what that is. Never mind. Excitement officially canceled. No, I know I didn't miss this. I know I didn't miss this area before. Oh, I remember this. How did I not get 300 or 200 on this stage? I've found so many. I know where everything is. I hope I didn't miss. I hope I haven't misremembered, and I'm not doing something I've already done. That would be terrible. We're relying on my mental checklist to know what we have done and what we need to do is a very dangerous prospect. I don't think it's likely because I don't have unlimited stream time tonight. But it would be really nice. It would be really nice to get this and the other level. If we got this and stage 5 done, we'd be caught up, and then we'd be able to do all the levels individually again without having to go back to anything. That guy destroyed me. We'd be able to do the 100%ing as we cleared the levels again. Like, beat the level, then go back for 100% if we have to. There's still something up there I haven't grabbed. Okay. You know what, let's go back there first. Excuse me. Goodness. Oh, I've hardly been up there at all. Okay. No worries. What? That was closer. That object was closer than it appeared. So close, and yet so far. What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? This game is I need this game to get a lot worse, because as it is, I'm enjoying it too much, and I'm worried someone's gonna find out. I'm gonna end up on a list. They're gonna take away my right to vote.
2 points. That's better.
I just thought about it. I said that we're gonna get back to the games we've been working on. So we're gonna be playing this, Ape Escape, Jet Force Gemini, and even to a degree Splatterhouse 2. Every game I'm gonna play, every game on my schedule is full of jank controls. I like them all, but they all control so bogus. At least in some aspect. Hey Sark, welcome in. I'm back for more pain. I'm gonna let you down. I'm actually kind of enjoying myself, Sark. You're gonna be disappointed in me. Thank you for the raid. Welcome in, Raiders. Welcome to Bubsy 3D. I'm having more fun with this game than should be legally allowed. How did Splatterhouse go, Sark? Is it badged? I was lurking for a while for a few of the deathless attempts. Stage it seemed like things were falling apart around stage 5 for a while. It is badged, GG Sark. Very well done. Very well done. Did you soften? Have you softened to that game any? Do you hate it? Do you hate it any less now? Mike, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. We've been doing Bubsy. I've been leaning heavily into Bubsy lately. We did for those who haven't been here. You know, welcome in, and we just did earlier this week. I beat Bubsy 1 and 2 for the first time, and now we're playing Bubsy 3D, and I'm attempting to 100% this game, and by which I mean I am even attempting to 100% the collectibles that the game does not track. These atoms, there's 200 on every stage. And the game doesn't even care if you collect them all, but I'm trying to get every one of them just for my own peace of mind and satisfaction. So we're actually redoing some stages we've already completed at the moment, as we're aiming for a very thorough playthrough. It's like retro achievements without the achievements. Secret bonus level. Welcome in. I like that. I like that name. I like that screen name. You're a fan of Bubsy Super NES? Bubsy on the Super NES did not win me over. I'm gonna break your heart if we compare notes on Bubsy. It didn't win me over. I'm glad that I played it. But I'm also glad that I don't ever have to play it again. Bubsy on the Super NES was especially hard for me, partially because I decided I wanted to beat it in 1 credit. So it took 4 nights of attempts, and I was using continues. As we made attempts, but I didn't want to on the run that finally made it. I was refusing to use the passwords, so game overs were permanent. when I ran out of continues. But fortunately, when I did beat it, it was on the first credit, so we didn't. So we got the run I wanted. The 4 nights of struggle were worth it in the end. And then we immediately did Bubsy 2, and it was a super long stream because I didn't understand the mechanics of how Bubsy 2 works. And because there are two branching paths through that game, and I thought it was a situation where you might have to do both paths in a single sitting to get like a true ending. And it turns out it's not, but I did it that way anyway. Because I didn't know any better. And so we beat Bubsy 2 twice, actually. But, you know, we really only completed it once because, you know, beating it twice only gets you through each of the levels one time, weirdly enough. Retro achievements without the achievements is my personal hell, Sark says. That's what we do on this stream. I love the idea of the retro achievements. I love watching streams like Sark's. I didn't even give Sark a shout out. I am so rude. My friend, if there's anyone here who somehow doesn't follow Sark's stream, Sarconius, do yourselves a favor, my friends. Please add Sark to your follow list. It's a fantastic time. If you're here, you love struggling and suffering, and Sark puts himself through a lot. Let me catch up here. Let me catch up here. I don't hate it, but it's just kind of okay to me. Fair enough. I mean, I don't know. Splatterhouse really charmed me, so I fell in love with it pretty quickly. But I'm the guy who's here having fun with Bubsy 3D. So So how far am I? I'm on stage. I'm up to stage 8 in the game, but I've been going back to 100% the stages. I need to get caught up. So I've got this stage and stage 5. I need to redo to get all the atoms, and then I'll be ready to start making progress again through the game. So I'm about 8 stages in. Yeah, I love the idea of the retro achievements. That it seems like a fun thing to hunt, and it's really fun to watch people go for them. I play on original hardware though, and I'm really attached to the feel of that. So it's not like there's no I can really only set challenges for myself and try and complete them. And we do that on the stream a lot. That's a big aspect of the way that I like to play games. So we do our own challenges, but there's not quite that same glory. It's all intrinsically motivated. It's just I put myself through nonsense just for the sake of doing it. I used to borrow it from my cousin to play it. Never got past the second level in SNES Bubsy. I'm a similar situation, except I think I only played it once. But I had a cousin who had a lot more games than me when I was a kid. So I got to experience a lot of my games through my cousin's collection. And he had Bubsy on the SNES. I know we played it once, but I think we might have only played it once. I don't remember much about playing it with him, except that it didn't. I didn't like. I feel like I remember not liking the controls, and I don't think we made it very far. It was rough. It was rough to get used to. Not many people would go through the effort of getting the bad ending where Bubsy lives. I respect that, Frownie. That's beautiful. Hey, Baron Metz, welcome in. Always great to have you here. It's more complicated to manage, but you can submit vids and whatnot to RA Discord for manual unlocks if you ever want to. That's interesting. That's nice that they have that feature. I think I would feel kind of guilty putting people through that effort. I did speculate out loud earlier tonight. I did say to myself, you know what? Because the game doesn't track, because this game doesn't track the atoms, and I really want to collect them all, I did say Bubsy 3D might be the game that makes me go out and get a second computer just for emulating and doing retro achievements. I was thinking to myself, Bubsy 3D might be the one that would push me over the edge. That is nice that they offer that manual review. That's very cool. I definitely don't have anything against emulation, and I've used it a little bit from time to time, but it's just that I'm not super tech savvy, and again, I really like the feel of the old controllers and the big box TV, and I don't know if I can get a hold of a modern computer that has composite video out. Get a 2024 PC with a 1998 video card installed. That's what I need. I gotta go. Got work this afternoon, Greg says. See you next stream. We'll see you next time, Greg. Thank you for being here. Always appreciate you, my friend. Have a great day at work. Hope it goes productively but smoothly. If you're still, Sark, if you're still there, could I ask what game is coming up next on your, I'd be interested to know what's next on your agenda after, Splatterhouse. I really hope. So one of the problems with this stage, one of the things, I'm really nervous right now because the end of this level it's a one-way trip to the end of this level. So if I miss one of the atoms and I head to the end of the stage, I don't know how many atoms are over there, but if I go over there, I don't think I can come back. So if I've missed any, I might end up having to redo the whole stage for a third time. Or actually, I think a fourth time. Did we do this twice before? I think we did this stage twice, because I couldn't find one of the rockets the first time. It's too many times. It's too... no! Well, if I don't hit a checkpoint, I can do that to get out of the end of the level. So Bubsy 3D, the thing is, I said that I'm really enjoying Bubsy 3D, and that's actually not a lie. It's not a good game. I'm not going to defend Bubsy 3D, but I mean it looks pretty awful, and it controls horrifically bad. And it's a little dull. It's a little dull. The levels are all like they're the same, and but they all look the same. And there's a lot of stretches where it's just big and just empty areas. But like a lot of the platforming feels like a lot of the platforming is good. Like it's it's the obstacles that they face you with are alright, and I like the way that secrets are hidden, and I really like the concept of the first boss. It's again, it's a horrific mess to try and play, but the idea of what they wanted you to do is actually really cool in the first boss. It's an enemy that it's a flying enemy that's like up in the sky, and it fires at you, and if it misses, actually I think even if it hits you, but like you want its projectiles to hit the ground because then they start burning, and you can use Bubsy's glide to ride the heat wave over the burning spot to get above the boss to fall on it. And it's a great idea. It's just like, I mean, it's just like something out of Breath of the Wild, using the physics of the heat to fill your paraglider. But it's awful to play because the controls are horrific and the camera does nothing to help you. So you really, if you want to enjoy this game as much as I'm enjoying it, you have to focus on the game that the developers intended to be there instead of the game that's actually there. And if you could do that, you could have a good time. Or, you know, maybe I'm just broken in some deep, fundamental way. That's very possible as well. If you stick with it, you do get better at the platforming. Picture a good game on your mind's tongue to truly savor the Bubsy 3D. Yeah. I'm beginning to, like, I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't be allowed to choose the games we play on stream. I need 7 more of these, and there are 6. 1, 2, 3, unless there's one behind that thing, but I don't think there is. Oh, there it is. All right, there are 7 more. Okay, good. We're gonna get them. We're gonna get them, my friends. We're gonna clear this stage. It's gonna be another 100%ed. We're on a roll. I don't know, Frownie. That sounds pretty close to defending it. Oh no. Oh no. If you stare into Bubsy 3D long enough, it stares back into you. I shouldn't be allowed to choose the games I play on stream anymore. I don't know if I thought that a minute ago. I don't know if I said it out loud when I thought it before, but it's true. It's a dangerous line you're skirting. Victory. 200. We did it. Another stage mastered. Let's get out of here. I wonder if the score is going to add another digit when I hit 1,000,000, or if it's just going to roll over like an odometer. I have a very firm cutoff time of 8 o'clock, and it's a 6:45 for me. I'm gonna try to do the last stage to get us caught up, so it'll be all new stuff next time. But I don't. It's risky because it's a water stage, so I know it's gonna take a long time. And if I don't make it and I hit that cutoff, we're gonna have to repeat everything. But I'm gonna go for it. So yeah. This stage here, this is the one I'm highlighting right now, is I think the only one we didn't get 200 on. And then stage 8 will be new to us, but we probably won't be able to do that till next time. Let's go ahead and save. Even though I didn't really do anything new, we'll go ahead and save. Oh no, what am I doing? We're not supposed to go to this stage. That's the wrong thing. I lost my focus for a moment. And look what I've done. I don't think you can exit out of stages either. Well, there's always reset. I just saved, so we can do that. Oh no, we can quit the level. Great. I didn't actually know that. I kind of got lucky there. The old pause select trick. I'm so scatterbrained. I need more of this coffee. Alright, so again, like I said, sadly this is a water level. This might go very poorly. I'm really shocked that they didn't on this level. I feel like for the first water level that you play, because you're forced to collect oxygen tanks, they should have put an oxygen tank immediately next to where you spawn, right? So that you can learn about that mechanic right away. But the thing is, the very first oxygen tank on this level, I don't know where it is. It takes forever to find one. Oh, there's one right down there. Maybe it's just me. I couldn't figure out I was supposed to be looking for an oxygen tank, though. For the longest time. So the good thing, one really good thing about this stage is I think I know all of its secrets. I mean, I'm gonna keep an eye out in case I'm wrong about that, but... I'm stun locked. He just hit me 1,000 times. I could never move. Have I mentioned that I like this game? Oh, thank you for the trophy, by the way, Shadow.
You're not
Oh, we have another raid coming in. Fantastic. Let me park a moment. Shoutouts to our friend Just Right. Isaac at Just Right Gaming. A fantastic chill stream, lots of fun. We just dropped by for some Sims 4 the other day. And got to see what happens when you populate the game with so many ghosts it crashes. Good times. Thank you for the raid, my friend. Welcome to Bubsy 3D. Welcome in, DRF. Great to see you. That was certainly a stream. Bubsy, so I like this game more than you're supposed to. It's not a good game, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. And I've so much so that I've imposed optional challenges on myself. So we're trying to 100% the atoms that you see scattered throughout the level. Even though the game does not track completion of this collectible, I am imposing it upon myself to collect them all. So it's there's 200 per stage. And we're trying to see if I can get all these. The water stages are kind of extra difficult, and I've only got about an hour left that I'm able to stream, so there's a chance I might not meet the challenge of this stage tonight, but otherwise we're on track. We've I beat a few stages without getting all the collectibles, so I am backtracking for them a little bit. Uh-oh, that was bad. I might have to exit out of this stage, because I think I need to break this wall. And I just collected the thing I need to hit the wall with. Oh, that wall doesn't break. Okay, never mind. This sure looks like a breakable wall. Sure looks like a breakable wall, but I hit it and it didn't break, so... If the game is not being dishonest... That was definitely, of all the streams that have ever happened, that was definitely one of them, Just Right says. And I am the crazy one for killing almost 200 people in The Sims. Yeah, I'm Bubsy 3D is revealing a lot of highly questionable things about my nature. yuck. If you haven't noticed, underwater combat is less than ideal. Really need an oxygen pill. Never mind, I'm dead. But we're a quarter of the way there. So two really good things is the collectibles are persistent as long as you don't leave the level. So if I die, it's okay. I mean, as long as I have extra lives, I can make lots of mistakes and not really be punished for it. And enemies that we take out are also persistent. So even if it costs me a life to do so, if I eliminate an enemy, then the next life is automatically safer. So that's it's definitely usually worth taking the risk to eliminate an enemy if there's more stuff in the area that we know we're gonna want. If the level repopulated with every death, then this would be impossible. I would not be up for the challenge of these collectibles. This guy's gonna kill me. Would not be up for the challenge of these collectibles if it had to be done in a single life. The game's mercy has actually made it more agonizing in a way by inspiring this quest. Or by not necessarily inspiring it, but by not deterring it.
This'll come in handy.
Woogie Poo, welcome in. Great to have you here. This game, the Bubsy 3D. I've put myself through a lot of Bubsy lately, but you're gonna quickly find out that something is fundamentally flawed in my neural makeup, because I'm actually enjoying this experience. It's a really bad game, but I'm having a really good time.
Hey, I'm walking here.
This is awful. The underwater combat is the most agonizing part of this game, I think. And I can't seem to eliminate this starfish. This one starfish is destroying everything I built. Starfish is OP. Final boss of the game, right here, hidden in level 5. I tend to wiggle up and down a lot as I swim. It doesn't really make you go faster to do that. In fact, there's a good chance it makes me go slower, but... It's, I misunderstood how swimming worked for a long while, and developed some bad habits. Alright, come on, Starfish. Victory! Let's go. That's right, Bubsy. See ya. I think this area is clear. Show him who's boss. Now I'm the star. Unfortunately, there's a lot more of them. Oh no, I hope this isn't a secret wall. So we are collecting all the atoms in the game. Just if anyone's just joined and you missed what I'm up to, the atoms are a completely optional collectible. The game doesn't even track them, but I have self-imposed a challenge that I want to clear all the atoms for every stage, and so that's what we're working on.
When that happens.
How is that even possible? Where is that enemy's hitbox? Why is it so low? Really? What is happening? It's okay, 24 lives, 24 lives. Oh look, it's good that I died, because I missed one of these. I would have been searching forever for it. That death was an extraordinary mercy. So the toughest thing about the quest for all of the atoms is that sometimes there are breakable walls with secrets hidden behind them and secret areas, and a lot of times those secret areas have atoms, but the only way to break a breakable wall is to throw an atom at it. So if you collect all the atoms and you fail to break a breakable wall, in doing so, then like you lock yourself out of being able to complete an area very easily. Because if there are atoms behind a wall and you have none left to break it with, then you're just out of luck. You have to restart the stage. And I have ended up in that situation a couple times. They really should have considered giving Bubsy a refillable or more reliable projectile. It is entirely possible that they did consider doing that and chose not to.
Oh boy, you could use a breath mint.
There's a lot of potential maliciousness in this design. Alright, like right here, this is one of those situations. If I wasted this atom, I would never be able to break this wall. And we'd be in a tough spot. I'm having a hard time. Life is tough. I'm dead. I had actually believed for a moment that I was starting to get competent at the underwater combat. We've already done another water stage earlier tonight, and I spent so long on it that I felt like I was starting to adjust to it. But this stage is proving me very wrong.
What big teeth you have!
I had a lot more oxygen on the other stage, though, and that's the thing. The underwater combat is really bad, but if you have a lot of oxygen, because your attack costs oxygen to use, so if you have a lot of oxygen, then you can attack a lot more freely. And things are considerably less bad. Hey, Itarama, welcome in. I was glad to see Frownie on this early. Then I saw Bubsy 3D. Welcome to Bubsy 3D, Eddie. Or this late, yeah. Early for you, late for me. Yeah, late stream. You're not gonna believe this. I keep saying it. I'm actually enjoying this game. It's not as bad as I was promised it was going to be. $8 a.m. for you. You're an hour ahead of me. It's 7 for me. We've been on. I started at midnight tonight, so we've been on 7 hours. Midnight's a little late start for me. 7 is a little late to keep going with the stream too. I usually wrap around 5 a.m. or so, but lately we've been going later. I thought it was gonna be a short stream tonight. That's I told my wife earlier. I said it'll be a short stream. I'll probably be done by 4 a.m. It didn't happen. Didn't happen that way. I got sucked into Bubsy. I can't stop having fun. 5 more. 5 more. Cross your fingers, everybody. This is the time to wish and hope and pray that the last 5 are in fact findable. I think we're back at the level start here, which I hope we are. Hope that's why I'm not seeing any atoms. I would very much love to use my attack, my like water jet power to save myself from swimming so slowly everywhere. But you just can't do it. You just can't do it. The thing is, like, you know, your attack, your thrust forward, it uses the same oxygen that you need to survive, but it uses it at such a rapid rate. It's like just one tap, just one little tap of the button, and it can eat away like 50 oxygen in milliseconds. I think this is good. That it's actually good. I know that I left 2 atoms over here, and I think there's a good chance there's 2, that there's 3 on the way to the exit, so. Oh, beautiful. There they all are. 200, let's go. Another stage cleared. Agent Frownie is number 1.
Boy, you could use a breath mint.
Again, is Bubsy talking to me? I can't tell if you're honestly having fun or trying to put as much of this game behind you as you can today. Well, you see, Eddie, I don't know if you were here, if you said it. I'm having so much fun, I'm subjecting myself to optional challenges. Because the game doesn't track the atoms for completion. I'm just doing that just for the love of doing it. I hemmed and hawed on it a bit. I went back and forth on whether or not I was going to get them all because I couldn't I couldn't figure out if there was a set number of them, and there kind of isn't, because they made a mistake on at least one level. But according to the manual, I broke down and got a piece of wisdom out of the manual, as much as I don't like to do it. According to the manual, there's 200 on every level. And that's what I had originally assumed, but then on stage 2, I collected 201. And so that made me think, oh, it's inconsistent. It's inconsistent and random. So I'm not going to bother collecting them all, because if it's random, there's no way to know if I got them all. Since the game doesn't track them. But then I was like, well, okay, the manual says there's 200. I guess that level was just a mistake, and if there are extra ones on some levels that I don't get, just shrug my shoulder. Those ones are there by mistake, so they don't need to count. Oh, we just had a new follow about 5 minutes ago. Hopefully you're still there. Thank you for following, my new friend. I'll preserve your anonymity if you prefer, but I am very grateful for you, and I hope you're having a wonderful time. So I think that's it. I mean, I'll have to double check the VOD, but I think we've gotten 200 on all of these stages. So that actually brings us up to a new stage, and let's do it. Let's do another stage. Jelly's gonna show up in the chat in like 15 minutes and say, "Where are you?" Let's make sure we save. We might not be able to get all the atoms on this stage tonight. We might have to start next time with this stage, but we'll focus on at least trying to get the rockets, if nothing else. Concern grows. We're gonna come out of this Bubsy. We're gonna come out of this Bubsy event with Bubsy 3D being the only game we've played that I like. And I'm gonna have to tell that. I'm gonna have to tell people that whenever Bubsy comes up in conversation. Alright, here we go. Another new stage, new platforming stage. Let's go. Very exciting. Let me reset the audio real quick. There we go. Oh, I didn't see that enemy down there before. Uh-oh. No. Okay, pro tip, don't automatically blindly collect collectibles as you run into them the first time. That's something I constantly forget. But you really want to take the time and actually make sure you don't... Make sure there's not a breakable wall nearby before you pick anything up. You'll save yourself a lot of duplicated levels if you are wiser than me in that regard. I mean, realistically, most people are probably not going to submit themselves to the torture of this game, but especially not to collecting all the things for no reason. How is this guy still alive? Bad luck there. There's a lot going on here. No. Hey, we're okay. Scrollock, welcome in. Hope you are well tonight. Or this morning. As the case may be. I missed. I was good until I saw a streamer I follow playing Bubsy 3D. Would it help or hurt for me to point out that I'm enjoying Bubsy 3D? I've prolonged exposure has damaged my mind, and now I'm having fun. I kind of like this game. That was some unfortunate timing for the enemy projectile to line up with his partner enemy like that. No, I missed. Highly unfortunate timing there. Playing Mega Man X6 and 7 recently, trying to get the achievements in the Legacy Collection. X6 didn't go as badly as I expected, but X7 is a bad game. I only really know X1 so far. I haven't made my way beyond that one. I've heard that, you know, I've heard basically that Mega Man games tend to get progressively more dubious as they go along. But at least 6 turned out all right. X6 rather. One and 2 are great. 3 is meh. 4 is good. 5 is meh. 6 is bad. 7 is terrible. 8 is decent with flaws. I think I have X 1 through 6. I don't think I have 7 or 8. Actually, you know what? I might. I don't know. I was gonna say I might have X8, but I don't think so. I have one Mega Man X game that's like really badly damaged. I was thinking that might be the one, but that might be 5. That might not be 8. It needs to be resurfaced, I think. The copy that I have. There we go. Missing a lot. I'm missing a lot of these jumps, but I have to say it's largely my fault, the jumps I've been missing here. Yeah, the controls in the camera are very janky, but if I paid a little bit more attention to what I was doing. A lot of those falls are on me. Ooh, thank goodness. Yeah, I have that collection on PlayStation 2, yeah. So I think that's X1 through 6, but I've got a couple of them. I've got a lot of them individually as well. But I don't think I have anything after 6 individually. I have one. I have 2 and 3, but I have the Japanese versions of 2 and 3. And then I don't remember what other ones I have loose. Maybe 4 and 5. I'd have to look. Some video game voice lines can never be forgotten. No! I'm doing so bad. I'm doing so bad. This level's gonna take a while. This is becoming Jump King 3D as much as I'm falling down. Does this even go far enough over? No, it doesn't. I was wondering if this went far enough over to make that one-up possible. Oh, goodness. You know what you need, Frownie? Wind Crow Ring stage? Looks cool, but it's designed badly. Where's the platform? Sometimes when the platforms go off camera, it's interesting. Sometimes when the platforms go off camera, they cease to exist. So you'd wait for a platform to come back into frame, and it never will until you move the camera. Boy, this room over here is a real challenge. That is a real challenge area. I think we're just gonna get a sneak peek at this level tonight, my friends. I think this is gonna take me much longer than the 30 minutes I have left to clear. I feel like that's also making me a little bit sloppy as I feel the pressure of the clock. I mean, I'd be missing a lot of these jumps regardless, so... You know, I don't, not to make excuses, but I do feel an extra pressure. Since I know any progress I make could potentially be lost if I just have to suddenly dip out. Ooh, that was risky and bad. Jump across airplanes in 3D with a zoomed-in camera? Yeah, if the tree falls in the forest and no one hears it, the video game, yeah. Yeah, if a platform goes off camera, does it continue to exist? The answer is no. The music here isn't terrible, but it's not music I'd want to hear for half an hour. How would you like to hear it for 2 hours, though? I wouldn't, but it sounds like you have. I'm mostly indifferent to the music. I don't know if this has been on another stage or not. I'm just expecting that's how long I'm on this stage. It's probably going to take at least 2 hours to do everything the stage demands. Whoa, no, I didn't want to jump. Oh, thank goodness. I hope that's not an enemy over there. Actually, I think that's a checkpoint. Oddly enough. And I say that the checkpoint is odd because this is like an optional area, I think. I don't think this leads to the level exit, so having a progress checkpoint is, you know, pretty odd. Have you played the recent Bubsy? No, I've been playing the Bubsy games in order, so I haven't played anything after Bubsy 3D. And I don't know if we're gonna play any of the Bubsy games after this. I've really only committed myself up to number 3. I've actually already abandoned one that I had intended to play. because of technical difficulties. Rocket teleported, so that's not collected, that's teleported. That's a different thing? If a platform stops existing in the forest, did it ever really exist to begin with? I don't know what to make of this scenario. I don't know if it's just to waste my time or if I'm doing something wrong. What happens when I land on this? That removes me from this area. Okay. Oh, hang on. No? Yeah.
Who needs pixie dust?
I need this thing to get out from under me. I think there's information about this stage that I'm lacking. Alright, we're gonna leave that for a moment. It seems like the game is bad, but it's still the best Bubsy game. I mean, that's kind of how I feel about it. I can't opine about games I haven't made it to. We'll have to see if I ever get to it. Platform. That just moves that platform? That doesn't help me with the rocket? Alright, well, I need to go down here. How do I want to use my time? Do I want to go back for that rocket, or do I want to just proceed forward? No. Oops, I did not mean to do that. I can't get enough purchase to do a second jump. Wait a minute, what's this? Hang on, where am I? I am exceedingly confused. There we go. Oh. Alright, the rocket with the thing under it, I'm gonna ignore that for now and just see about... making some progress. Because I really don't know what to do about that. And I don't think it's going to be that hard to get back to where it is when we return to the stage. Famous last words, right? There's a 100% speedrun of this on YouTube. Does it include all of the... Excuse me, does it include all of the atoms? Because the game doesn't tally those. So... speedrunners might consider them non-mandatory for 100%. Imagine it's probably just all the rockets, Sark says. That would be my expectation, would be that it's, yeah, all the rockets. Which is not the craziest sounding speedrun to me. I think, you know, clearly I'm biased since I'm torturing myself with all the atoms. I think you have to include them. I think you should. It's a lucky thing. It's a lucky thing for everyone else that my opinion doesn't matter. Oh, the wind is turned off, I see. I assume they didn't go for the atoms. Yeah, that would be my assumption without looking at it. Oh, that's one way to take out an enemy, right? Grab myself a meaningless question mark. Checkpoint conveniently right in the middle of all the action. It's going to be very useful to me when I fall 1,000 times into the soup. I'm okay. Since the enemies don't respawn, you could be really obnoxious and say you have to kill all the enemies for 100% as well. But if you really wanted to be a monster, but it's kind of like the issue I thought I was gonna have. It's like the issue I thought I was gonna have with the atoms, so where if I was trying to kill all the enemies, I wouldn't know whether or not I'd got them all. There wouldn't be any way for me to know, so. An objective you can't tell if you've completed is not one I can chase.
Run home.
I've got 15 minutes. I've got only 15 minutes left. This stage is very much not gonna happen. I've bitten off more than I can chew.
Just like Mom used to make.
I picked up that one up. I picked up that one up, and Bubsy says, "Just like Mom used to make." And I was gonna say, I wish my mom used to make extra lives. And then I thought about it for a moment. I'm like, well, I guess that's technically what a child is, right? She gave you the one anyway, yeah. uh.
Cool boy, it wants to kill.
Nice. I'm pretty surprised. I'm pretty surprised that actually lined up correctly for me. I see. There's going to be a thing somewhere to tell me how to do this. Did everyone else hear a beep, or was that just on my end? There was a beep. Okay, hopefully that was in the game and not... I mean, I don't know what it could have been. Otherwise. It scared me.
That's better.
I don't know how that didn't hit me. So this takes me to the level end. There are 4 things up here. Oh, but there's a row of... Oh. Oh, that is some ugly platforming over there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Bouncing off these UFOs? This is the worst day of my life. There's no way. There's no way I'm gonna get those. I couldn't even hit the first one. Maybe there's a way up on this side. Maybe they're not mandatory. Oh, they're not even mandatory, I don't think. Good, because they're impossible. Quick, Bubsy, quick. Hey, we did it. Oh, actually, you know what? I think you're supposed to go this other direction. There's nothing Agent Frownie can't do. Platforming master of the decade. Let's go. Bubsy 3D is my new favorite game.
An X-Man.
How in the world did I miss this one? There are 10 left. I don't think there are 10 left. I think despite all of my all of my little tiny victories. We're not gonna get out of here with the rocket. But Bubsy 3D is my new favorite game. Sounds like a cry for help. I found one rocket, but I haven't figured out how to collect it. And then the other one, I can't finish my thoughts. The other one, I don't even know where it is. And I'm so close to at least getting all of these, and yet I think I'm not even gonna get all of the things. This whole level has turned out to be, despite all my triumphs, a complete mistake. I think I'm going to get to do all of this again. You know what the big problem probably is for me? Don't say anything. Could it be? That don't say anything was directed to me, not to the chat.
This'll come in handy.
I still need 2 more. I still heard 2 more. I don't know where they are. I don't think they're over here. No. Oops. What? Green isn't right now? None of them are right. Oh. No? Green. Green. I see. Come on, man. Hurry up. What are you doing? Green. Green gray, is that what it is? What? What are you doing to me? Blue. Uh-oh. Yeah, Simon with jank platforming. Green. Blue. Yellow. Red. In theory, I got a rocket. In practice. In theory, I got a rocket. In practice, oh my goodness. I'm never gonna collect it. What's wrong with me? It's right there. Oh. But I'm still missing 2 of the things. I'm still... Oh, I need to get out of this level. I need to be done. I have to finish the stream, but I just want the last 2 and I don't even know if they're over here. Or if they're hidden in a wall somewhere. My impatience now is off the charts. I made my best efforts, my friends. I tried so hard. We'll have to go for the 200 next time. I'm gonna try and get out of here and at least save our rocket, and then I can pretend like I made some progress. Thank goodness for that grab. I thought I was so thorough with this level, too. Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. But you know what? We had a fun night. We got a lot more of this game to play. We'll play more of it next week, my friends. We're going to head out of here really quickly. I usually don't stream on Saturday nights, so don't expect to see me tomorrow. I don't have any intention of being here, but Sunday, I very much hope to be back Sunday night. Oh, awesome. My tablet is dead. I'm not even going to be able to raid properly. Oh, we have a bonus round. We will play next week. Next week, we're going to have a full schedule with a lot of our projects that have kind of been on hold are going to be coming back. We'll have probably at least 2 nights next week of Bubsy 3D, but we're also going to have at least 1 night dedicated to Jet Force Gemini, a night for Ape Escape, a night for Splatterhouse 2 and Jump King. We're finally going to get back to Jump King. And, yeah, I'll let you know in the Discord. I'll try to get that posted Saturday evening at the latest. Or, sorry, Sunday evening at the latest. Should start up around 11 p.m. Central Time each night. Might be a little earlier or a little later, depending on how my days go. But, yeah, that's the, those are the big plans. Thank you for being here for Bubsy 3D. I'm sorry I like this game so much. I don't know what's wrong with me. I can't explain it. But it's actually been a shockingly good time playing this game. So let me see who's live. I will send us off on a raid. I just might not be able to join very well on the other side. But let me see who's live and doing something cool to drop in on. I think I'll send us to... Maybe I'll send us to Abby. See what they've got going on over here real quick. I don't know what's going on. But that's alright. Alright, I'm going to send us in Abby's direction. Abby does a lot of retro stuff, video games and otherwise. You might find nights of retro commercials or movie clips or all kinds of stuff going on. It looks like they're watching something kind of movie-like right now at the moment. But it's a very fun stream. It's got a fun vibe to it. So come along. It's not a family-friendly stream. There is mature language and conversation topics happening in this direction. So just minor heads up if that's a deal breaker for you or an issue for you. You have been given a heads up. But if you come along. There's usually a lot of weird and wonderful things happening on this stream. So, that's where we're gonna go, my friends. One last time. Sorry I got to take off so quickly, so suddenly, but thank you very much for being here, my friends. Really appreciate you. And I hope you're well until I get to see you again. Hopefully that'll be very soon. But we are out of things to do here for tonight. It is time to head out. Let's go on an adventure.